Welcome, friends, to the animation experience at Conservation Station. Since the 1930s, Disney animators have put their pencils to paper in service of the idea that the greatest inspiration often comes from the magic of nature. Walt Disney himself understood the importance of spending time around animals, studying their behavior and personalities in order to create realistic characters and dynamic storylines. This meeting of the human and animal worlds sparked a legacy of storytelling that has shaped our relationship with animals and conservation forever. Today, we invite you to become a part of that legacy as our own Disney artists help you learn to sketch characters inspired by the very animals found here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Get your pencils ready, because here comes our animation artist now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the animation experience. Yay! My name is Joshua. I'm going to be your instructor for this class. Before we begin, I just want to go over a few very important housekeeping items that you're going to need to know about. First thing you have to remember is that if you need anything in our class here today, anything at all, doesn't matter what it is, if you need anything, just raise your hand up real high and let one of our cast members in the theater come by and help you out. This includes if you need a new pencil, if you need some crayons and coloring pages, even if you just need to leave the theater for any reason. Again, just raise your hand before you get up and let one of our cast members help you out. Now, if you do leave our classroom for any reason, we also do ask that you do two things. Firstly, if you could take your pencils with you, okay? Please do not leave them on the floor. Do not leave them on the seats or the clipboards. Take them with you. If you do not want your pencils, over here on the far end, you'll see a table with pencils on there. That's our main exit over there, by the way. You can place them in there as you leave. Also, if you could please place your clipboards right back on the exact seat that you found it on, exactly how you found it, we greatly appreciate that as well. Now, in today's class, we're going to be teaching you how to draw a character from the movie Bambi. We're going to be drawing Bambi's pal, Thumper. Now, what we usually like to do here is we like to show you the rabbits that, show you the animals that the character is actually based off of. However, unfortunately, we are only tied to the animals that we have here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and unfortunately, rabbits are not one of them. So, instead of showing you rabbits, we decided to focus on the fact that Thumper is a baby rabbit, okay? And in order to draw something that is a baby character, you need to see what a lot of baby animals have in common. So we're going to show you all the baby animals that we have here at Disney's Animal Kingdom so that you can see all of that and be inspired to draw the characters. So we now invite you to sit back, relax, and watch this.
Cubs, kits, or calves, no matter what you call them, you just can't help but be drawn to babies. It's like they have you under a magical spell. But what is it about them? Well, we're drawn to some babies just because of their small size. Like, look at this baby hippo. It's like a miniature version of the grown-up size, but a baby hippo is born at about 60 pounds, and mom, well, she weighs in at about 3,000 pounds. Adorable. And then there's this irresistibly fluffy little flamingo chick standing there under the towering legs of the adults, covered with gray, downy feathers. They don't get pink until they're about 2 or 3 years old. And believe it or not, babies have cute, down to a science. That's right. Scientists have recognized that babies of many different species share similar features that trigger a cute response in humans. At 200 pounds, a baby elephant might not be small to us, but it's very small for an elephant. And super cute, which is good because a baby elephant will be dependent on its mom for 3 to 5 years. And then there are those who, well, let's just say take a less traditional approach to cute. Okay, they might not be cute at all. There, I said it, but they're no less valuable, they're no less precious, but let's just move on. So what does make a baby cute? The key to cute is all about proportions, like big round eyes and an itty bitty face, a short snout and long wobbly limbs. And they do all sorts of cute baby stuff like playing, and being clumsy while they're playing. But through our eyes, every baby is adorable. They all get the same investment in care and attention, and we work hard to preserve the magic of nature so that all this cuteness can thrive for decades to come. So be sure to scout around our parks and resorts to catch a peek of our newest arrivals. Remember, we warned you about being drawn in by their magical spell.
Now, you may have noticed as you came into our classroom today that one of the things you were not given was an eraser. And we did that on purpose. Why? Well, because we'd like to end this class on time. Okay? So instead of erasing, I want you to draw lightly, because the lighter you draw, the less you'll have to worry about any mistakes that you make. Now, you may have also noticed that we've gone ahead and done the first 2 steps for you. Now, these steps are incredibly important, and I don't want to skip over them, but I don't have a whole lot of time to explain it. So, very quickly, when we artists draw anything at all, doesn't matter what it is, we don't start off with details first, okay? You actually want to start off with a foundation, and when you do that, we build the foundation by basically breaking up whatever we're about to draw into basic shapes. So, as you can see right here, for Thumper, we've broken his head down into a circle, okay? So it can be one shape, it can be multiple shapes, it really all depends on the character, but for Thumper here, just to keep it simple, we've just broken his head down into a circle. Now you'll also notice that we have vertical and horizontal curves and lines throughout our shape here. These are called guidelines. Guidelines help artists tell where to put things on characters' faces. Why is that important? Because every time you draw that character, it has to look exactly like the last time you drew that character. And just like you, a cartoon character shouldn't wake up to find his eye on his neck, okay? Because that's not where it belongs, all right? So, we're going to use these guidelines to help us draw Bambi. We're going to start over here on the right-hand side. Now, you'll see where these 2 guidelines kind of meet on the right-hand side. Right before that, I want you to draw in just a little frown that goes right outside the circle on the right side. Now, if this frown has already gotten you to question all of your life choices up until this point, I really want you to consider taking a vacation. I really want you to consider that, because you're probably very stressed, okay? Please remember that this class is not for college credit. This is just a fun class, so treat this like karaoke and just have fun with it, all right? And if you do get really stressed out about drawing a rabbit, then stop what you're doing, turn your paper over, and draw whatever you want, okay? All right, starting on the right-hand side of that frown we just drew, we're going to draw another curve going right back towards the circle. It's not going to make it, but it's going to get pretty close. And then from there, we're going to draw, to kind of fill this area here, we're going to draw a diagonal line that'll connect. Just like so. Now, just so you're aware, rabbit noses do not actually look like this. We're stylizing his nose a little bit. Rabbit noses generally, they just look very furry and they have like little slits. Okay, how do I know this? Well, because I have 2 rabbits at home that I have as pets. Okay, and I say them on a daily basis. So, but they do have scrunched up little noses, and we're going to show that here on Thumper by drawing a little curve, a little piece of skin. It's going to kind of curve up here. Now, if you want to continue that on to the other side, you can draw in a little curve over here just as a continued wrinkle. Perfectly fine. Now, in reality, rabbits have their eyes on the side of their head. And the characters in Bambi are supposed to be a little bit more realistic than most Disney animated animals are. They can't go 100% photorealistic because that would take forever to draw by hand. But we are going to make him look a little bit more realistic. So we're going to put his eyes on the side of his head. So we're not going to see the right eye, but we are going to see part of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start up here, a little bit before where this guideline touches the right side of the circle. What I want you to do is I want you to just draw in a diagonal line that goes all the way to the end of that little bump there. On the top of the nose. Then go back up to the top and draw a curve so that when you're done, it should look like a contact lens. Now above that, you can draw a little bump. And I'm also going to draw in a little curve coming out of the contact lens there for an eyelash. You'll see why we did that a little bit. Now, how many of you out there speak more than one language? Anyone speak more than one language or is trying to learn more than one language? Anyone? A few of you out there? Okay, good. If you've tried to learn to either try to learn a second language or already know a second language, you know how difficult it is to learn that second language from the one that you're used to. Okay? Drawing is learning a whole different language. Okay? This is a visual language, okay? So we add things to these characters specifically for different reasons. One reason is because we want to make sure that it visually looks like something that you would think of when you think of rabbit. Now, a lot of people, when they think of rabbits, they think very fluffy creatures, like very fluffy, puffy creatures, right? Now, when you think the word puffy, usually you think of like what? Marshmallows, clouds, cotton candy, stuff like that. What do all those things have in common? Anyone? Shout it out if you know it. They're very soft and very round, right? So we're going to do that here for Thumper so that he looks soft and round. We're going to start on the left side of his nose. We're going to just start off with another frown. Not only that, but like I said earlier, he's a baby rabbit. So we need to make him look like a baby rabbit. Now, hopefully you were paying attention during the video. Did anyone notice a common thing through most of all those baby animals? You can shout it out if you know it.
Big round eyes.
Big eyes. Okay, yeah. Anything else? Yeah? They're cute. Right. So what makes them cute? Well, big chubby baby cheeks, right? Every baby has big chubby baby cheeks. So we're going to give him a big chubby baby cheek. All right, what we're going to do is basically we're going to start over here on the closest to the center of the circle. We're going to draw in almost like a question mark. Now before we move on, we're going to draw a smile. This is going to start near the bottom of the question mark here. And we're just going to draw in, well, a smile. That's right below the nose. Now rabbits have a split lip. And actually helps them kind of wiggle their nose. So we're going to start over here on the right side of his nose, and we're just going to draw a nice curve that comes down here near the end of the smile there. Give him that split lip. But we're not done yet. We're going to still make him look puffy. So we're going to start at the end of his cheek here. We're going to draw another curve that's going to go outside the left side of your circle. Then starting near the end there, we're also going to draw in a backwards letter C. Now very close to this guideline down here. Now let's go back to the smile. Okay, we need to add something that rabbits have and a lot of animals have. And I know this is going to shock you when you hear it. Teeth. Yeah, a lot of animals have teeth. Okay, you have teeth. Hopefully. So most animals have teeth. Okay, and rabbits are herbivores. Now, can anyone shout it out if they know it? What is an herbivore? Eats plants. Yeah, they eat plants. So they actually have, rabbits actually have sharp teeth, believe it or not. Not sharp like a tiger's teeth, but very sharp because they need to crunch through all the hard plants, right? So we're going to draw a tooth here at the bottom. But we're not going to draw it sharp. We're actually going to draw it very rounded because he's a baby. And make it look nice and cute. So we're just basically going to draw a very tiny little marshmallow. Fun fact about rabbits. And I want you to listen to this fact. I want you to keep it in your head for a little bit. Okay? Rabbits' teeth constantly keep growing. Okay? They don't stop growing. All right? So, in order to keep their teeth from growing out of their mouth and sort of looking like what some Guinness Book of World Records fingernails look like, which, by the way, don't ever look up what rabbits' teeth look like if they constantly keep growing on Google. That's not, don't. Anyways, to do that, just like we brush our teeth, they have to gnaw on hard surfaces every single day to whittle their teeth down. Okay? Now, we're going to add in his mouth. This is going to be like the spine of a saxophone. So we're going to start right here at the smile. We're going to come down and then right back up to his tooth. And nothing but the tooth. Inside the mouth, we're going to add in his tongue, which is just going to be a nice little bump right here in the bottom of his mouth. If you want to, you can shade the inside of the mouth, that little area behind the tongue there. You can shade that in. This is an optional step. Do not worry about it if you don't have enough time or you're a little bit behind. Perfectly okay. Now his bottom lip, which is going to be the letter U. However, if you notice, the left side is thicker than the right side because the right side is farther away. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in just a little curve starting at the end of the C shape, coming down to the line, and basically just trace the line until you get to the lip and just kind of curve that in there. All right, ready for another shocking fact about rabbits? Rabbits have fur. Yes, I know. Right, mind is now blown. Well, believe it or not, we're going to have to draw all of Thumper's fur here, so we're going to spend the next 8 days together drawing every... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. We are going to draw some fur here, and I'm going to show you an easy way to do it. First of all, you need a shape to follow, okay? Because hair does follow the shape of your head, okay? So what you want to do is come over here to the right, and we're going to draw another backwards letter C, right where these two guidelines almost meet, and it's going to come down to the edge of the little fluffy cloud there. Notice I drew that real light, because this is just a shape to follow. It's not exactly what it's going to look like. Over here on the right, starting on the contact lens near the bottom here, I'm going to draw in another curve coming down to his bottom lip. Again, drawing that nice and lightly. Now, when you draw his fur, you do not want it to be pointy, okay? You want it actually to be round, because again, round means cute in like shape language. Round means cute. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw a bunch of upside down letter J's. A bunch of upside down letter J's. You can draw as many or as less as you want. You don't have to count mine and draw them exactly, okay? Over here on the right, just draw the same thing. Now, does he look furry? Yeah. Can we make him look furrier? Yes. So, I'm going to back up the camera here just a little bit. You're going to see a line down there. Starting at the bottom left of the head, I'm going to draw a very light curve. Coming down to that line. Then on the other side of his lip, the right side of his lip, I'm going to draw another curve coming about halfway down, not all the way down. And you can probably already figure that this is the lines we're going to follow, and then you can just go ahead and draw some more fur. Now, as a rabbit owner, I feel it is my duty, and it is a big duty, to talk about taking care of rabbits, because rabbits tend to be the most impulse-buyed pet, especially during spring, early spring. People buy these animals and they don't even realize what they need to do to take care of them properly. So I'll be going through some different things that you need to know about taking care of rabbits before the class is over with. But first, let's go ahead and add in this little neck. Okay, this is going to be very difficult. Are you ready? Here we go. Done. Now, just start at the bottom of the lip, just draw a little curve. That's all you have to do. And then starting at the bottom of the head, going towards the bottom of the neck, we're just going to draw another little curve there. So it's a little puffball chest. Okay? Are we missing something important? Yeah? What are we missing? Another eye. Yeah, that's right. Doesn't he have two eyes? Yes, he does. So let's go ahead and draw in his other eye. First, what I want you to do is I want you to come over here in between these two guidelines. Make a line if you want to. Right in between there. Okay? Kind of find the middle and make a mark. Okay? Make a little mark. Alright, now go back to the cheek. Right on the cheek here. On the right side of his cheek. And I want you to draw in a really big oval shape. It goes up to that line and then back down again. Just like so. Nice big oval shape. And for those of you who are already getting angry at yourself because you can't draw a perfect oval, first of all, there's no such thing as a perfect oval. Guess what a perfect oval is? A circle. Okay, very good. So you can never draw a perfect oval, okay? So draw the worst circle you've ever drawn, okay? Hey, did you like that? Would you like to do it again? Sure you would. Let's try another one. We're going to go right in between the oval here, make a little mark there, and then right on the cheek. We're going to go ahead and draw in pretty much the exact same oval, just smaller. Now, what's the advantage of having eyes on the side of their head? Well, they can see almost 360 degrees around them. So if you've ever tried to sneak up on a rabbit and you notice that it hops away before you even get close, that's because they can see you even if they're not looking directly at you. The only bad thing is having their eyes on the side of the head, they don't have depth perception, so they can't tell how far away something is. Next, we're going to draw in another visual thing to show that he is a baby rabbit. This is something that we do for a lot of baby characters. We add eyelashes. So I'm going to draw right up to the top here and draw kind of a little hook at the top of his eye. Now at the bottom here, I'm going to draw a little curve. Now the reason why we draw this, once you're done, by the way, you can pick that up, is because it gives him a very innocent and young look. That's what we want. We want him to look young and innocent. Now, we want him to look like he's looking at you, so I'm going to draw in a backwards letter C. Right down here at the bottom. Nice big oval. Followed by another backwards letter C on the inside. Bambi was one of the first, is very important to the history of the Disney animation studio because Bambi was one of the first films where they really tried to push the realism for the characters. The animators spent a whole year before even drawing the characters learning how to draw realistic animals. In fact, they actually imported a lot of the different animals that were going to be in the film to the studio and had a makeshift zoo in the back of the studio so that way the animators could constantly see these animals and draw from them. Okay? Now, I don't have a year for you to go out, find out about rabbits, and come back. Okay? So what we're going to do instead is to do something very simple that add a little bit of realism. A little reflection of light inside of his eyes. Now, how does that add realism? Well, in real life, eyes reflect light. So you want to show that reflection on his eye. Now, if you want to emphasize it, you can shade the pupil in. But that's totally up to you. So here's a few things about rabbits that you need to know about having them as a pet. First of all, do not go out into the woods and try to capture a wild rabbit, okay, and make it a pet. This is not something that you should do. Wild animals should stay wild animals, okay? So please do not go out and try to capture a rabbit and make it your pet, okay? If you see a rabbit on its own, leave it alone, okay? Unless you, for a fact that the animal is injured. And even then, make sure you call one of a specialist who knows how to take care of these animals. Don't try to take care of it yourself, okay? Now, rabbits have a weird shaped skull, so we're going to draw that on him. We're actually going to start across from where I almost forgot. One element that we need to add to Thumper that rabbits don't have in real life, eyebrows. So you just kind of thicken that up there. Okay, why are we adding eyebrows to an animal that shouldn't have eyebrows? Well, it's because your audience is 99.9% human beings. And we human beings speak a lot of information through our facial expressions, specifically our emotion state. So animals don't have eyebrows, so they don't show their emotions at the same rate. So that's why we add eyebrows to animal characters. All right, back to the skull. Across from the eyebrow, right on the circle here, I'm going to draw a little curve that goes up to where this end of this line comes. And then I'm going to bring this over the top of the circle and trace the top of the circle all the way down to that little bump there at the top. Here's another tip about taking care of a rabbit. If you want to take care of a rabbit, the average lifespan of a domesticated rabbit is 10 years. Okay? Now they can live more than that too. So just make sure you have 10 years to take care of a rabbit. Okay? Are we missing something here? Yeah, his ears. What does he look like right now? Does he look like a rabbit? No. What does he look like? He looks like Chip and Dale, right? Well, actually, you're not too far off. Bill Justice, which is also a really cool name for a superhero. Bill Justice was actually the character designer for Bambi, and he designed the look for Thumper. And then later on, designed the look for Chip and Dale. So there you go. All right, so we need to add ears to make him look more like a rabbit. So let's start right where that line that came out of that circle is. And we're going to come out here to this left guideline here. And we're just going to draw a little curve going up and then down and then making a little hook at the end. Another thing to remember when taking care of a rabbit, most rabbits, not all, most rabbits do need to stay indoors, especially here in Florida, because a lot of rabbits can't really stand the heat here. So, if you do decide to bring your rabbit indoors, please know that that a lot of pet owners, a lot of pet experts suggest that you free roam your rabbit. What does that mean? Well, that means just like your cat and dog, you're going to have to let your rabbit just kind of roam around your house, okay? Or at least a big area of your house, okay? So make sure that you know whether you can have your rabbit outdoors or not, or if you have enough room to have a rabbit have enough room. Because believe it or not, rabbits in the wild like to have lots of room. They don't like to be caged up. It actually makes them very anxious, very depressed. So don't put them in a cage like a gerbil or a hamster, okay? Next, let's go ahead and add the rest of this ear here. We're going to bring this down to the head, but instead of going all the way down, we're going to psych, we're going to come down to the fur. But if you do decide to free roam your rabbit, please also remember that fact that I told you earlier about teeth. They have to chew on something hard to whittle their teeth down, and that's a healthy habit. You have to, actually encourage them to do that. How do you do that? Well, you give them something to chew on, like wood toys or cardboard or something like that. Because if you don't, they will find things to chew, like wood planks, furniture, and most importantly, electrical wires, okay? So next, we're going to go ahead and add in the inside of the ear. We're just going to draw basically a long leaf shape. So make sure you also bunny-proof the area and don't have anything in the area that the rabbits are in that you do not want chewed. All right, rabbits have 2 ears, so we're going to go up here to the top. We're going to add his other ear. So we're going to draw a nice little curve coming up to the top there, and then just make a little hook at the end. And bring that hook right back down to the head, curving back towards the forehead. And then add a little fold here at the top as well. Here's another little tip about taking care of rabbits. What's a rabbit's favorite food? All right, if you said carrots, it's probably because a cartoon rabbit told you that that's what rabbits eat. And in most cases, I would say do not listen to cartoon rabbits because they're not supposed to be scientifically accurate, okay? However, in this case, it's probably true that rabbits do like carrots. However, giving your rabbit an entire diet of nothing but carrots is like you having an entire diet of nothing but your favorite dessert. Would it be healthy for you, for your body? No. Would it make you happy? Oh, yes. So it's okay to give a rabbit a carrot as a treat or as a snack, but they shouldn't constantly be eating it. By the way, his fur is gray, so if you want to take your pencil and just kind of lightly shade that in. So what should their diet be? Well, 80% of their diet should be hay. That's right, hay. They should have a constant, steady stream of hay. Always hay. But they also need to eat pellets and leafy greens, like lettuce. There are other things that rabbits can eat too. So like another good snack for a rabbit is bananas, believe it or not. Rabbits love bananas, especially my rabbits. They love bananas. But again, just remember to do your research. Any pet that you get, do your research before bringing it home so you can give it a nice, happy home. All right. Well, folks, I see that a lot of you are done with your drawings. And I'm sure that most of you are looking at your drawing right now and you're going, wow, that looks amazing. And there are others of you that are looking at your drawing and you're going, wow. But regardless of how you feel about your drawing, I want you to know that the fact that you actually tried to draw this character means that you, yes you, you're a pretty good artist. That's right. Do you know how I know you're a pretty good artist? Because you actually tried, right? And trying actually makes you a pretty good artist. However, if you want to become a much better artist, I encourage you to keep trying. Don't stop because the more you draw, the better of an artist you become. And I'm not just talking to children here. I am talking to everyone who is alive and breathing in this theater. If you want to become an artist, it's never too late. Okay? But regardless of whether you want to become a good artist or not, you should be very proud of what you've done here today. Just like any proud artist, don't forget to sign your name. You can also add today's date too if you'd like. Today's date is September the 26th, 2023. As you all are finishing up, I do want to go over 3 very important things that I want everyone here to do before you leave. Please listen to all 3 of these things before you get up and start doing anything, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to take a moment, look around your seats, and make sure you have all your personal belongings with you. The second thing I want you to do is I want everyone to take your clipboards and place them right back on the seats exactly the way you found them. The third thing I want you to do is I want everyone to take your pencils and or your crayons with you. Please do not leave them on the floor of the seats or the clipboards. Now everyone is going to be exiting to the right. Right? And you're going to see a bin over there. That bin is for your pencils. Please place them in there as you leave if you do not want them. Well, folks, I hope you had a great time, because I had a great time. If you get nothing else out of this class, remember to keep on drawing. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye!
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
And remember to take your artwork with you. We hope you enjoy the rest of your visit at Rafiki's Planet Lodge and the rest of your adventure here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Goodbye.